Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 Olympia women's bodybuilding results. Probably one of the most exciting events of the entire weekend. Oh my gosh, we've got Andrea taking it again, but some new blood in the top 5. Unbelievably talented. These women are amazing. I just absolutely love this division. So in terms of what it means for next year's Olympia, I put a question mark because I'm presuming the rules are the same as they were this year. So the winner qualifies for life, second and third also qualify for next year's Olympia, and then fourth and fifth receive a lot of points towards the qualification period. So it's extremely exciting. Oh my gosh. And a quick little reminder, the predictions, if you guys watched the prediction video, I appreciate so much all of your comments. I know you guys really love Margie, and it's really disappointing to hear that this was her last year competing, but man, she looked beautiful. I was pretty happy. A couple of my predictions landed in these top spots. Branka made it into the top 5, and even Alcione ended up in 8th. So not terrible, doing pretty good. Of course, everybody, I think, presumed Andrea, Hella, and Margie would be in that top 3. So very exciting. Okay, so in terms of the scorecard, Andrea in 1st, Angela in 2nd, Hella in 3rd, Margie in 4th, and Branka in 5th. Okay, you guys, Branka was absolutely astonishing. I had my jaw on the ground. She was so lean. Like, she looked like her skin was see-through. You could see so much detail. The conditioning was out of control. Look at her legs. Look at the back of her legs. Her hamstrings look insane. Look at all of this detail in her glute in the side. I wrote down in my notes that her obliques looked absolutely phenomenal, just so chiseled out of her midsection. Her abs were extremely visible. But in addition to the leanness, which I think she was by far the leanest on the entire stage, her shape is gorgeous. In the live stream, they said she was balanced, and I completely agree. Even though she's not the largest competitor, her shape is really beautiful. Her legs are a great match to her upper body. That lat spread is a beautiful complement to the sweep of her quads. Even her legs themselves are balanced. The outside sweep is really nicely matched by the curve of the inside of her leg. Her calves are a really nice size compared to the upper part of her leg. Her glutes are really nice shape, really nice size, super lean. You've got striations. Her waist looks so small from behind. Just absolutely fantastic. I was so impressed. You've had vascularity, like check out all these veins. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I did notice a few times during the live stream that maybe she was literally just breathing out, but sometimes the midsection could have been held in a little tighter just to maintain that amazing V-taper that we see here. But otherwise, I have nothing. I think she was really sensational, and I'm so impressed. All right, Margie in 4th place. Just stunningly gorgeous in this beautiful purple suit. Her earrings are lovely. Her makeup is beautiful. She's just such an amazing competitor. She's fun to watch. She's so large, by far the largest lady on stage. Her legs are massive, but her arms are massive. Like, everything about Margie is just big and brawny and absolutely gorgeous. Her shape is fantastic. I love the sweep of her legs. She's just got so much size and very full, really beautiful roundness in the outside of the sweep. Her waist, I think, looks incredibly tiny. It made such a fantastic X shape to her frame. I think her posing, as always, is so entertaining. She just is such a professional, and I think she looks fantastic. In the lineup, for sure, when I compare her to the other girls, I think she could have had a little bit more definition coming through here on the bottom part of the glutes. But man, she's sensational. And what a loss that she's not going to be competing anymore. But also exciting that it allows someone new to come up into the top 5 next year. So incredible. Okay, in third place is Hella. I am so happy she was able to compete. You guys actually commented in the prediction video that there was some, we were unsure if she was going to be able to do it due to an injury. So bravo to Hella that she was able to power through and do so amazingly well. Another top 3 finish for her. Just incredible. And the first thing I noticed on Hella that really blew me away were her hamstrings, believe it or not. I thought this size in her legs was absolutely stunning. Just a beautiful amount of muscle development in her legs, and the conditioning is fantastic. Like this line coming down really gives you a good view of the beautiful curves. I think her conditioning was really good, so you got a lot of detail in the front of her legs. Her waist is not the smallest of these competitors, but the twist in her front pose really gives a beautiful shape to her X, and I think it's super flattering to her frame. I think her back looks really tremendous. A lot of fullness in her muscles, right? She looks really 3D. Beautiful shape in her delts. Like, just absolutely fantastic. And of course, as usual, she looks really pretty. Her makeup is lovely. Her hair just looks soft and flowy. I think she was really amazing. Like I said, I'm super happy that she was able to compete. Okay, this was the shocker of the night for me. I think Angela was astonishing. Absolutely fantastic. She was so lean. She was so slinky in her movements. Like, she really knew how to complement her shape by the way that she was posing. I particularly noticed her tiny waist. Her midsection was completely flat. Her abs are so visible and so absolutely perfectly symmetrical. They look like they're drawn on with a ruler. Like, they're so perfect. The definition in her legs came through so clear, even on the live stream watching on TV. Just absolutely phenomenal. This was such a good place for her. And seeing her next to the first place winner side by side, I think Angela has clearly extreme potential. And man, does she ever look gorgeous. I was particularly impressed with her glutes. I think she has a really lovely shape. However, I do think she could use some more size. So she's got insane definition, really good, it's like chiseled out of stone, right? Just a great shape, but definitely a bit more of that size, that roundness to the inside, I think would be fantastic. And even compared to the other ladies in the lineup who are quite incredible, I think she could have a bit more size in her legs as well. In particular, like up here in the way up high, that part of her leg. But my goodness, am I ever impressed. I'm so excited for her. Unreal. And now, of course, Andrea in first place. She does it again. She has the most amazing shape. Her X is so prominent. It's prominent in her front pose. It's prominent in her back pose. The balance between her legs and her upper body is fantastic. I think the glutes really set her apart in the back pose. She has so much size, so much roundness, and so much fullness. Like, even though she's really lean and she's got all this definition and she's super cut, she still has these glutes that just look substantial. And I think that was a huge thing to help her score. I also noticed she has amazing triceps, just absolutely gorgeous. Her conditioning is really lovely. It's funny, in the live stream, I had written down that I didn't think the conditioning was coming through very well in the front, even though I saw it really well in the back. But when I look at the photos, I think her conditioning is fantastic. So it kind of just goes to show that you don't get the full picture all the time when you're watching it on the live stream. You don't even get the full picture from pictures, right? You got to be there. But, we do the best we can with what we have. I thought also that she looked extra sensational, of course, when she was flexing. Like, she would look good standing and then she would pop it and just hold it and squeeze it. And it was like everything just activated and looked really incredible. So I thought overall she was really extremely impressive. maybe a tiny bit more of definition at the bottom part here. I know I've said that for another competitor, I see it a little bit better on this leg, so maybe it's more of a posing issue than, and the timing of the photograph. But man, I think she's really amazing. Tiny waist, beautiful conditioning, full muscles, and great size. Okay, so everybody's side by side. I know these aren't the clearest photos because I've had to zoom in, so I'm going to get to another one in a second. But I did want you to be able to see everybody as they were side by side. You see a difference in the heights. You see a difference in the size of the legs, right? You can really see how Hella, Margie, Andrea have pretty substantial size in their quads. I think Angela could have a little bit more for sure. In the back, I think you can really notice how Andrea has some amazing glutes, great definition. You really can see the leanness of Branka, striations in the glutes. She just looks so conditioned. It's amazing. You really notice Angela's abs. Like, come on, right? These girls are so incredible. But let's clean up the images a little bit. So here's everybody again side by side, and I've brought Branka in just so that you can compare everyone. And I think it's a really spectacular top 5. The detail in the legs is absolutely gorgeous. Maybe you'll agree with me about Angela, right? She could have a little bit more size up here in this part of the leg, right? When you compare it to Andrea beside her, Hella on the other side. I think the waistlines on Angela, on Andrea, just so small. The V-tapers are absolutely sensational. Hella looks extremely large in her upper body, as does Margie. She's got beautiful lats. But at the end of the day, even though we have some competitors like Branka with crazy conditioning, I still think that Andrea had that most extreme X shape. It was really easy to see. The balance was perfect. You're not noticing the legs more than you notice the upper body. She just has this amazing shape. But I think Angela is totally going to come and get her. She's going to come and fight her. So it'll be a really, really fun division to see again next year. Okay, now from behind, here's where I'm thinking Andrea's glutes really make her stand above. They're, like I said, very full, very round, but still beautifully defined. And I think when you scan the lineup of the other ladies, nobody quite has that amount of fullness, amount of size, and yet still the really good shape. And yeah, you know what? Her tie-ins look amazing in this picture. So again, what can I say? Everybody's absolutely gorgeous, but it was so much fun. Okay, so I put a question mark because, again, I'm not certain of the rules, but I believe Andrea's qualified for life, Angela and Hella will be qualified for next year, and then Margie's not competing, so no points, but Branka will have 11 points. Okay, I've got 2 more recaps still to come your way from yesterday, and of course, bikini, the prejudging just happened today. Oh man, it's going to be so good. So I'll be back with those recaps as soon as I can. Please give me a like if you like this video. Comment below your thoughts on this amazing top 5, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.